that pressure really helped me. That in this job now, I'm about to take a higher role. Yeah, I'm about to take a higher role because within few months, my boss was like, "Oh, I see you are very good." I said, "Yes." I got my training with analytics, and they're very good. Even my classmates that we went to school together in the UK, most of them are asking me. I've referred about 25 of them to analytics.
Stop that. I have here a popular face on the channel, Mr. Deza Suleiman, and I also have here Judith, aka Ngozi, aka I can help people get good jobs abroad. So, Madam Judith, today I just want you to share something brief about yourself. I know that you don't have time, and also share an honest advice for migrants who are looking for well-paying jobs abroad. Okay, your honest, genuine advice. Okay, pass fast.
Okay. All right, so thank you everyone for having me. I remember I was also a carer when I met Tolu. Yeah, I met her when she went to drop her child in school, same school with my daughter. And then she was telling me, "Oh, why not going to tech?" I was like, "What do you mean going to tech? Is that what you do?" And then she said yes, that she got a job after she had a training with analytics. I was like, wow. Then give me the link, because I've been trying to get one, and then the one I got was in London. I was so expensive. I even bless God I haven't paid. So when she shared analytics with me, I went to check on Instagram and I saw it. And then I joined. The fee was very okay, because compared to what I was going to pay for, that one was so high. And then they were not my people. Of course, I might not even hear them speak. So I joined analytics, and then I took the training, and of which before I joined analytics, I've tried to, because I studied computer science, I've tried getting jobs. I couldn't get. I was just doing healthcare jobs, which I wasn't even okay with. So, but then after I finished my training, I just remember that there was just, the only thing I did that I wasn't doing before was that the template analytics gave for CV after the training, I just changed my CV to that. I changed the format, and then I submitted it back to this same company that hired me in the US that I've been trying to get into for a long time. And then I got the job. It was just so surprising. I got the job.
Wow. So you're currently working for this US company?
Yes.
But you're living from home. But you're living
in the best.
Yeah.
I work from home.
I like one thing that you said. I have not really thought about it. You said that the fact that like the people who teach you into analytics are very familiar to you.
Yes, I could ask them questions.
I think that's a great thing that it doesn't come to mind. Like the fact that, there are people who have been where you have before, there are people who are familiar with migrants, situations and all of that. You're likely to understand them better when they teach. You understand?
Yes, and you're freer, able to ask questions, and then the kind of teachers they have in analytics. This is not because you invited me. I'll say it anyway. Even on my page, people ask me questions. The kind of teachers we have in analytics, you can ask them. They will explain over. They're not tired of explaining. In fact, I used to tell.
I know Mr. Deza. He can talk for 2 hours. I know him.
I tell Sheun that taught me the business analytics. I tell him that don't you get tired of answering questions, because he will tell you ask, and then this our wonderful lecturer ISOSA. God, I don't know where you got ISOSA from, but ISOSA is the best. It will tell you ask questions, ask even when you don't want to ask. It will make you find something to ask. And then they're always willing to explain. We can't compare that. I went to school in the UK. I did my master's degree there. I can't compare how I can ask the lecturers in analytics questions with how I will ask these foreign lecturers for them to explain. Even I'm currently taking a course, and then honestly, I'm thinking of coming back to my analytics because they're not answering me the questions the way I should have. And then when I was about to finish my training with analytics, we had projects. That project helped me understand the course a lot. It's trained me. I was even crying. I told her, why you put pressure in us? That pressure really helped me. That in this job now, I'm about to take a higher role. Yeah, I'm about to take a higher role because within few months, my boss was like, oh, I see you are very good. I said, yes. I got my training with analytics, and they're very good. And then from my workplace, people are asking me for contact. I keep giving contact for analytics because the truth is I had the best experience. I've had trainings, and I love trainings because I love to study. That's just who I am. Yeah. I love to study a lot. I've taken a lot of training, and I know the difference when you take a training that gives you understanding and the one you just want to do because You just have to do it, and you can't ask questions. They're not free, because whether we like it or not, we are still Black, and we know how these countries we are in, we know how they are, how they behave. So it's best to learn from the best, and no doubt Analytics is the best. Of course, you didn't pay me to come out. I know what I'm saying. Even my classmates that we went to school together in the UK, most of them are asking me. I've referred about 25 of them to Analytics. I just give them the Instagram page. I say, go and check. That's where I learned from, and they're very good.
Wow.
I do that.
I saw the expression and the emotion on your face when you were trying to remember that ISOSA's name.
Yes.
And that shows how much you enjoy, and then you like what you learned at 10 Analysis, and how much Analysis has been of help to you. You don't even have to say anymore. Your final advice. And I'm actually willing to like help some of those who are finished from Analytics that are trying to get my kind of job, because my kind of job. So because you know the way it's done where I work, if I send a referral with my work email to my boss, then
it carries more weight
faster.
That's true.
And I can. Why not? Analytics is part of me, seriously, because the platform changed my life. A kind of job I've been trying to get, and I couldn't for a very long time. I just shabbily had that training because I met someone and she was like, oh, you can do this. And I encouraged myself, being a migrant abroad with 3 children, running about with domiciliary job. It wasn't easy. But now I see my kids every day. I'm okay. I can even put myself on hold and go and pick them, you know. It's
being a US company, I can only imagine the salary, but I'll not ask you the salary now. But when you come on,
the salary is fantastic.
I'll ask you that.
And
one.
within 6 months, you can take a higher role. The salary is fantastic. And the US, you know, they're very good. They give you opportunity to grow in the job. You can keep growing. They keep asking, oh, do you want to take this role? Before they will advertise any role outside, they will advertise to us first. So I can help fellow Analytics.
And guys, let me say that Judith is not being paid for this. In fact, this whole video was my idea. I told the Analytics rep that I've been dealing with that, why don't we bring people on board who have actually had an experience with Analytics, come and share exactly how Analytics
a good experience like mine.
Yes, honest, genuine.
Yes.
So this was not even planned weeks ahead where they went to pick people and then pay them. No, this was overnight. It was just an overnight decision.
I even have a meeting, you know. I just had to join. I'm very passionate about Analytics. I am.
And for people who have not been prepped earlier, like especially in this part of the world, you have to book, and then they are willing to come the next day after being told to come and share. That means that this company has really been of benefit to these people. And that's what I'll bring you back. Okay, I hear you are busy. Thank you so much for joining.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful day.
We'll listen to Adeza for a short while, and then the next person will come. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Judith. Thanks for coming.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
God bless you.
You too.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
Have anything to say about before the next person comes on board?
Yeah, I mean, Judith, we've had her on our slides. For anybody who's joined any session, you'd see Judith, even though we know her as well.
Like, actually, she's a serious person.
Very serious, yes. Okay. She knew what she wanted to get. She came to us. She joined our business analysis program. She landed the job as a business analyst remotely, working remotely. She doesn't have to commute to the office. So that's absolutely phenomenal. You know, it's always pleasing. And that's what keeps us going every single year. People like this making a difference in their lives. And she would also go back to sell the story. If somebody wants to transition, she tells them that, you know, go to Analytics and you get things done over there. Absolutely phenomenal.
I like her testimony, honestly. I'm glad hers was the first. I'm hoping the others beat hers even. Just your glasses, I haven't seen before. Have you been wearing it every time you come here?
Most of the time. So it's what's it called? A blue ray glass. Okay, because of the lighting, I'm sitting in front of 3 computers, 3 screens. So just to protect my eyesight. Yeah.
Okay, it's nice. We like it.
Thank you.
Who's next?
Okay, we have Pavl.
Okay.
I think
Pavl, are you ready? Hi, Pavl. Are you ready?
I can never be ready enough, so
it's like
hi, Pavl.
Hey. Okay. Hi, Pavl. How are you?
Good, and you?
Sorry for the delay, okay. Where are you at the moment speaking with us?
I'm in Tucson, Arizona, USA.
Oh, okay. That's nice. How long have you been there?
I came here since 2021. I left from Cameroon, Nigeria.
Okay, so you're not a Nigerian?
I'm a Cameroonian.
Okay. Oh, nice. I like the diversity as well. Interesting. Today, Pavl, I just want you to give an honest opinion or an honest advice to somebody who is a migrant, somebody from Africa, somebody from Asia who has found themselves abroad or who's looking to move abroad. How do we stop the standard jobs? Not like there's anything wrong with them. The cleaning, the warehouse jobs, the carer jobs, the domiciliary, and land a good job, a good well-paying job, like you are doing.
I want to say that anyone who is coming from maybe Africa and moving abroad and wants to have a better job must all be willing to improve themselves. I believe when I was working so hard for my situation. I was a teacher in Cameroon at the US. I told my friends that I'm a retired teacher. I wasn't looking forward to going back to the classroom, but that wasn't the reality. I thought within a year or two that I was smart enough to break through and, but I finally found myself doing the menial jobs, working like an Uber driver, working like a technician in companies, just doing like basic things for the minimum wage. And there was a point when I said, this is enough and that I'm skilled enough to maybe improve on myself. So I started with self-studies. I studied for a while, studied from other, and I noticed that I was just in a very close bubble and I needed mentorship. Needed someone to hold my hand and guide me. And so there was this day I was scrolling on Insta. I don't know if it was Adiza, talking about an educational program that was linked with analytics. I'd also gone back to school to do my master's in data science. So I clicked on that and I joined one of the sessions talking about improving ourselves and joining the program and what the program could offer. And I joined the program first because the people sounded like me and they were talking about their experience and making their lives better in the abroad. And I decided to join the program, attended a few sessions, and it was really convincing to me. And when I came on board, Analytics had a very elaborate the program was especially the LMS, the Learning Management Platform, had a lot of material. And then the mentors were reachable. I could write to them, I could talk to them, and they'll respond. I could just send them a text on WhatsApp, and they'll give me a reply within a few minutes. And to be honest, I don't want to say much about the curriculum, but the experience with Analytics for me is that I got as much as I gave. And
first of all, you see, with Judith says she already studied computer science, but you were a teacher. What were you teaching? What was your background?
I taught physics and I had also assisted in the maths department in my school. Yeah.
Okay. So you were not necessarily into IT per se, but you were able to transition with Analytics.
Yeah.
And can you say boldly and confidently that now you have a well-paying job?
I have a good job. I remember when I was negotiating my salary. When I first of all got the offer, I talked to Adiza. I was like, this should I? He just gave like the address for Analytics and I put in your job application. And I told him that I passed the first interview for the second. He was like, good. So I landed the job when it was salary. I know I made a mistake with my offer because when I asked for an increase to like 5,000, they were like, okay, from what they gave, they were like, okay.
I should have said that.
I made a mistake, but when I got my current supervisor, that it's a very and that guy who currently is very exceptional. I was saying that when I was making the deal with my current supervisor, he was very convincing. He told me that there are a lot of growth and every year there are increases in salary and advancement at this company, and I like what I'm doing with them. I'm out data and they have actually paid a number of certifications for me, and I'm glad that in those certifications I've taken like 2 or 3, and I've really put them in good grades, and I feel like Analytics laid a very good foundation for me here.
Wow. So what is your role at your current job? I know Analytics they have so many things that they help people through, but what did you do? What program did you do? And what is your current role at the moment?
I did data analytics and I'm currently a healthcare data analyst.
Hey, yeah, in my field though. Okay, that's nice. And the salary is good.
It is good for the study.
We thank God. What honest advice would you give to an immigrant who is currently abroad somewhere and is doing a low-paying job? What advice? Because just like you, there are so many other people who are actually very well learned. They've been to, but some of them maybe have their masters, but they are carers. I actually gave a guy a lift today I did 9 shifts yesterday. I gave a guy a lift this morning, and he has his masters from, he said, bolting or something, and he's a carer. And he's not even a band 3 carer where he's just changing diapers and, refilling things that are finished and all of that. But you can see that he's well learned. So for somebody like this guy I'm talking about, and for somebody like you, before you met Analytics, what is your honest, genuine advice for them?
First, I want to let them know that change is not comfortable. And if you're willing to make the change, there are a lot of resources to help you grow. And one of those resources will be firsthand from your and Analytics, one of those communities that like your immediate people that are like you. First of all, they must be willing to improve on themselves, and that's very comfortable. And when they are willing to improve on themselves, they have to find community. Analytics is one of where you find people that are like, and they are willing to offer guide you towards growth. And if they are able to find that community and want to commit towards change, then they can be able to make that change in their lives. The first thing that I found most of our fellow brothers and sisters who've moved abroad is that they are afraid to make the change and they are afraid to put in the work. I have a WhatsApp group I've created that I call Build and Grow Together, and all of us are alumni from Tenality.
Hey,
and we meet every Sunday for an hour to work on maybe a project or review.
Hey, Mr. Pavl, you two are serious man.
No.
After you started your good job, you are still wow.
So that's brilliant.
The things that who really want to break through, but they are lagging behind. We'll say let's meet at 11. They'll come like 15 minutes late or give an excuse. So there's that lack of consistency, but we are still meeting. For example, we just had a meeting.
This is because I was late for the interview today that you are using lateness as a. Hey, Pavl, I don't like that.
I was actually with other Analytics alumni, and every Sunday for sessions like that, and it's part of our that we'll end up learning a job together and continue to work and empower each other. Yeah,
I like that. I really like that, because there will always be one or two people who are not as as serious as some of you, and they need the likes of you to pull them along wherever you're going. It motivates them, and then so I really like that. That's really nice. Wow, Pavl, thank you so much for.
And I want to say something about Pavl before he leaves.
Okay.
So Pavl, like he said some things that were very instructive. Willing to change, the willingness to change, and also the willingness to put in the work. I remember vividly when he created his portfolio, he sent it to me and he said, Adeza, can you have a look at my portfolio? Give me feedback. Let me know how it is. Can I make improvements? And so I rarely get that. People rarely send portfolios to me, but he sent and I responded and I gave him my feedback. He went back. He made adjustments, and all through the process, he always asked questions. I had my first level interview. I have the second one. What should I consider? And so on and so forth. Wow. So that's the level of commitment, the willingness to also put in the work that Pavl.
I know your group is big. If everybody wants to send you an email, would you be able to respond?
So what I do, because we have mentorship sessions, and Pavl is aware, every Thursdays, and we have hundreds and hundreds of people. So, but those who have questions, send your questions in. All right. So usually after a mentorship session, I get like 70 emails, 80 emails, but I take my time, right? And I know that between that Thursday and the next mentorship session, I address everybody's questions so that I don't go into another mentorship session and then I have questions from the previous mentorship that hasn't been addressed yet. So I take my time to answer.
I'll be very angry. Hey, hey, you're responding to all 70 people. Wow. Hey.
Yes.
The issue with my portfolio that I sent to you and I asked for your honest feedback, I really provided a very detailed. It was like a 3-sentence email. It was a detailed email about every section that he has looked at my portfolio, the different projects, and
wow.
Yeah. Then one more thing I want to ask Pavl: when did you join the program, and when did you get your job?
I joined the August cohort, so I was in Analytics August, September.
August which year?
Last year, 2024.
Okay.
And I got this job, I think, in March, but I think late January when I got 17 years.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Congratulations again. I love your story. Wow, that's really nice. And I love all the advice and the aspect about being part of a community that you highlight is also extremely important. And Analytics gives you that. They don't just leave you when you're done with the program to go find your feet. But even after the program, they guide you, hold your hand and they guide you. That's really nice. Thank you so much, Pavl.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the reviews. There was one of the people from Analytics who contacted me by the review, and I went back. I saw that some people gave like 1 star on the program and gave like a negative review. And there was one of the people on that platform from Analytics who came back, looked at that person's background and said they weren't regular class. The person came back and was kind of defending themselves. But I've seen classmates who actually weren't putting in the work. And
I have that as well.
Yeah.
You know, I did a YouTube course for people, right? And I had different packages, right? So I had those that would only access the pre-recorded videos, and then those that will have a one-to-one with me for like 3 days, and then those that I will personally coach for a year. The ones that I will personally coach for a year was quite expensive. It was over 1,000. I think it was over 1,500 or 1,500. And there were people that purchase that one, okay, and then I'll book interviews with them, and then they'll not show up, right? And then they'll give me issues of childcare and all of that. And at a point, one of them even said that, "Oh, I am so sorry, this thing is too, I don't think I can do it anymore," after paying me that amount of money.
Yeah.
So I understand what you are saying. Like, some people don't give them. That's it. You're not ready yet.
And
You're
Judith,
not ready yet.
about the patience
In
of
the heat of the moment, after watching this video, hey, let me text them, let me go and join.
Yeah.
And they join, and later when they actually have to put in their time and their focus, then it's another story. I get it. Yeah.
patience of the facilitators, because you're expected to learn before coming to class. There are a lot of class without even having done the assignment, the basic prerequisite. So the lecturers, can go through that again. And so I always sit in class and I'm like, where's
That will be me. Those that don't do the assignment, that will be me.
That always happens. So before you come to class, you have materials that's we've sent to you, or you have assignments or something, but some people don't. So you have part of the class that completed, they went to they've done their materials, they've completed it, they've completed the assignment, and you have another group that would have not done all of that. So those group will try to draw the class back, move the class back, while the other guys like Pavl is just sitting and watching. I took my time to complete my assignment, but you didn't, and now you're trying to drag
It's not
the
our
class.
fault. It's childcare. It's our main job. It is a lot of things. Justice for those who don't do the assignment. It's not our fault, please. It's not our fault. Pavl, thank you so much. Do you have anything else to say, or you're okay now? Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Keywords is that for anyone who wants to make change, difficult, and they must be committed. Don't start and give up the result. Yeah.
That's
Fantastic.
powerful.
Thanks for coming, Pavl. Really appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much. Thank you so much, Pavl. Thank you. So for some people, I know that just these testimonies are enough for you to start your journey with 10 Analytics. But for other people, you want to know exactly what 10 Analytics has to offer. What kind of programs do they have? How do you join? Okay, how much is it? How do you make payments? What's the program actually like? How long does it take? If you want an in-depth of everything, this is just half of the video actually. So the full video, you can also access it if you really want to know the details. I only took that part and posted this part because I know that some people don't like watching long videos, okay? But for people who really want to know the in totals, okay, with my conversation with Mr. Deza, who's the founder of 10 Analytics, guys, click the link below to watch the entire full video, okay? It will be the pinned comment here, okay? Or it'll be in the description, and watch the entire video, get to know the details of what you're going to learn for each program. Thank you so much. Bye.